You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Never here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with Day 2 content for Mikko and Don Chorus. So, Mikko received a bit of a rewrite in early portions of the game, so I'm going to go ahead and go through the scene where you spend the night with him again to see if anything is different. I've got a new picture that's going to be up for the thumbnail, so you guys should enjoy that. Some new artwork for it. And anyway, guys, sit back and enjoy. Let me entertain you for the next 20 minutes. Alarm chain, you're up, and let's go. Opening the door to my room after not being able to get in the whole day feels really satisfying. Finally here again, back in my own room. I look around at absorbing every small detail, from the order of the colors in the carpet to the shape of the ceiling beams and lamps. The air here smells of wood and clean laundry. Everything is just as I left it. Most of my stuff is already unpacked, stashed away in the wardrobe and cupboard, so the room looks neat and inviting. For now, it can all stay here. I don't need anything besides what I have with me right now. Oh, maybe besides the phone charger. From my bag, I take out everything I might need with me in the bathroom, and go take a shower. I first brush my teeth, paying special attention to my long canines. I'm glad to have my own toothbrush, designed for Felidae. Those bigger and wider universal ones are sometimes painful to use. Then I undress myself down to the boxers, putting all my clothes on the toilet lid, first making sure that it's clean, and look at myself in the mirror. He's a cutie. I lean towards the mirror and look at my face. How little I needed to start feeling comfortable around Mikko again. The awkwardness I felt earlier is completely gone. How silly it seems now. I know Mikko, and I know he's not like that. He's my friend. He wouldn't stop talking with me just because I like males. Besides, could I really call him a friend? Could I really call a friend someone for whom something like that would be a problem? But it's still so hard to tell him. It would be different if it didn't involve him personally, but can I really tell him why I kept him out of my life for 3 years? And there's another thing. What if I'll start feeling something towards him again? Maybe I never stopped. Just pulled it under the rug, hid it in a safe somewhere deep within me, and threw the key out. Maybe the feelings I had are still within me, dormant, waiting to be dug up again. What would I do if I fell in love with him again? A pair of green eyes look at me from the corner side of the mirror. From the other side of the mirror. They're focused, but also seem troubled. You love him. I take off my boxers, letting them fall to the ground, grab the shampoo and conditioner, and get in the shower. The water is warm and pleasant. Wasting no time, I open the shampoo and start rubbing it into my fur, starting with my head. Did I hurt him when I stopped replying to him? Stupid question, of course I did, but only now I'm starting to understand how badly. When I cut Mikko off, I didn't think of what he was feeling. I was only thinking of myself. I only wanted the pain to end. I didn't consider how it would affect him at all. Looking back at it now, I should have made an effort to at least tell him that I need to be away from him, to talk things over with him first and not leave him in the dark. But I was 16 and I couldn't deal with my own feelings, let alone such a complicated situation. I should do it now, though, on this trip, while we're together. I owe him that. Maybe not today, not when we're both tired, not when I just got him back, not when I just got him back. But I promised to myself, before the camp ends, I will apologize to him. I continue with the ritual until I'm all clean, then open the conditioner and apply it generously, brushing it into my wet fur. It's unbranded, but it smells nice. Now I smell nice too. Finally, I rinse my whole body again and turn off the water. I step out of the shower and dry myself with a fresh towel, which takes some time when you're all covered in thick feline fur. I'm done in a few minutes, plus modern technology for those super thick absorbing towels, and leave. A white cloud of steam follows me as I step out of the bathroom, naked. I thought I'd be sleeping alone, so I didn't pack any pajamas. I take out a fresh pair of boxers and a white t-shirt from the wardrobe. This will have to do. Oh, you're back already. I thought you wanted to stay in your room for a bit. No, not really. Oh, what is he? No, not really. Anything I might want from it, I can get tomorrow. This time I kept the key in my paw, just in case. I show the key to Mikko before putting it down next to the camera bag. If I forget about it, at least Mikko will remember where it is. Are you going to sleep already? I'm pretty tired, so I thought about going straight to bed. I might stay up a while longer. I should finish writing a note in the journal, and after that I'll go to bed too, but I'll turn the light off so you can sleep. I run on my computer now, so it won't be a problem. Oh, I was wondering if you still write. Not as often as I used to, but I do. How much do you think we're going to remember of this day in 20 years? Everything, I hope. Especially how he leaned on me on the terrace when we were stargazing. Without my journal, I bet I wouldn't remember what happened even a week ago. Memories distort with time, but what I write in the journal always stays the same. It's my window to the past me, to who I was and how I've changed over time. I can remember every day of my life because I have them all written down here. Anytime I want, I can open up the journal and read how it felt to be me on a hot summer day 4 years ago, when we were talking alongside each other in the botanical gardens in Copenhagen. How you bought a way too big portion of ice cream and we had to eat it together because they were melting faster than you were able to lick them up. And how later at the hotel we were listening for the first time to Pottischer's new album that came out just a few days earlier. I was just reading a note about when you came in, actually. Yeah, I remember that. I can't listen to the album without thinking of that moment. Mostly because the beginning of the first track, Floor, scared Mikko so much that he fell out of his bed, but I won't remind him of that. I'm sure it's in the note anyway. You know, it kind of makes me regret not having my own. All those days and scenes just mingle in my memories with no relation to each other. I have no idea what happened here. I have no idea what happened when. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted by a cat. Hey! Knock it off. Clawing at the furniture, I guess. Maybe you could read me something from your journal sometimes. To remember the old times. Not right now, of course, but only if you'd feel comfortable with that. I'll think about it. So, good night for today. Good night, Carvin. Mikko grabs his laptop and sits down on his bed. I turn off the light and get into the other bed, feeling the soft bedclothes envelop my body. Ugh, so soft, warm, and comfortable. After sleeping in the bus today, this feels like laying on a cloud. From this angle, I can't see anything Mikko writes, but I can hear him tapping away at the keyboard. The sound doesn't bother me at all, though. It's soothing. I wonder what he's writing about now. I'm sure he'll write about the photos and sitting with Bjorn outside, and about sitting in the room together with Travis and Bjorn, listening to music together. The Reef snowball fight we had with Lake, and how long the bus ride was, what book he was reading during it. I wonder what the coming days will bring for us. What's important is that we're together again. To be here, sleeping in the same room as Mikko again after all those years. Yeah, I am happy. Okay, alright, so I don't think much changed. Okay, it was worth looking at, though. Day 2. What do we got? Cerulean. Deep cerulean with streaks of white, like cobwebs or gentle brush strokes. Sky pulling me in, deeper than an ocean. No birds cutting across the sky. No wind, not even a little breeze, as if time has stopped. Maybe it has. I'm not moving at all. Maybe I could even if I tried. But I don't really want to. I feel serene. Any borders between me and the world around me dissipate. I am the sky, and I am looking at myself. Hours pass and I don't feel the need to move at all. I wish I could stay here forever. The gentle sound of waves puts me at ease, and the golden glow that pours down like honey warms my very soul. I know I've been here before, I can tell it. Maybe from the sound of waves or the grassy smell in the air. Everything feels familiar, like echoes of a memory. Oh, shit, that's beautiful. An eternity later, I stand up and look around, rubbing the dirt and grass off my cuffs. Before me is a vast lake surrounded by a dense forest. Gentle waves roll across the surface, crashing at the grassy shore. I wonder if the water's warm. It's early spring, so it's unlikely, but that never stopped me from a swim. What a joy to have a place like this all for myself. Everything here says home. This place is part of me, and I am part of it too. I remember this shore very well. It's where my mother used to take me for walks when I was little. I would play here after school, and in middle school, this was where I used to meet my friends. With Mikko. This place saw me in so many phases of my life, but while I changed over the years, it remained the same. Coming back here is like revisiting my childhood. All the moments condensed, my life like a collection of memories outside of time. All my memories, both blissful and painful, but all cherished. The letter. I wonder if it's still here. I remember I specifically hid it in a spot that would be hard to find again, but I should still remember. If it still exists at all. Interesting. Like moths we fly towards the flame and die burning. Unfamiliar ceiling. That's good. Gives me a sense of moving forward. I don't like standing in one place for too long. It always gets grating after some time. Painful memories pile up. This place is fresh and new. It's still so dark. Feels like it's still night. It must be after 6 a.m. already, though. Usually by this hour I'm up to see the sunrise. But here up north, at this time of the year, it's still maybe an hour away. As I glance over at the other bed, watching the blanket draped over a sleeping silhouette, suddenly a word pops into my head. Entropy. I get up from the bed and stretch out. The air is warm and stuffy, but I decide against opening the window for now. It might be too early for sunrise, but it should get bright soon. I get dressed quickly, put on a jacket and warm shoes, and walk out the room. How beautiful the snow crunching under my paws sounds, a rhythmic cascade of crackles and rustling against the backdrop of whispering wind. No birds this morning, just the falling snow. I can't see the horizon from here, but if I ascend up one of the hills here, then I should have a better view. And it might be closer to the sunrise by the time I'm there. In rhythm with my steps, I start singing a song quietly. I never do it when others are around, but out here in the forest I'm sure I'm completely alone. It might be over soon. It sounds hopeful. I march forward, letting the song set my tempo now. The song dissipates and corrodes, a faint echo of the real recording that collapses by itself. Everything decays over time, faint echoes that get weaker and more hazy with each iteration. Nothing lasts, material or not. Entropy. Entropy consumes everything. It's only natural. Everything degrades over time, unless you put a lot of effort and energy into it. And often, even that is not enough. Almost every situation I've been in got worse with time. Living in the dorm, but my middle school too, and high school as well. And all the jobs. If I stay in one place, entropy slowly consumes everything around me. That's why I run away. Change the scenery. Start anew. Is that what I'm doing right now too? Homes fall into disarray, buildings crumble and collapse. Food rots, shores erode, bones break, electronics break apart. Friendships corrode too. Strangers to strangers again. Unless both the friends put effort to keep it alive. Unless the homeowner cares about it. Unless the city renovates their buildings. But in the end, everything is doomed. Give it enough time, and nothing will remain. Life itself falls prey to entropy. After all, what's life but the ability to transfer entropy outside the body? As we age, we slowly lose that ability, and when we can no longer fight against it, we die. In essence, all life on every level is a fight against entropy. This hill is getting steeper, and the peak is still far ahead. Maybe I'll never get there. Maybe I'll never get anywhere, never achieve anything. The guy who composed the song I'm singing, he has an art collective around him now. They live and record together in the state-of-the-art studio he owns. That's something to aspire to, and that's something that's forever out of my reach. It sounds silly, even to myself, but I really want to do something meaningful with my life. Be someone, start living finally. I want to scream, but the land will keep silent and indifferent anyway. I stop walking and put my paws on my knees, panting. Maybe I ever did it with the tempo. The peak is still far ahead of me. But, looking to my left, I see that I walked high enough to see the horizon clearly. It's beautiful. Worth every bit of effort I had to put to get here. Sunrises are more beautiful than sunsets, because you have to earn them. The dark blue of the night is making way to crimson hues, like blood spilling over the sky. First rays of light touch the ground beneath it, waking the land from its slumber. The sky looks like a giant iris, opening its eye to watch over for another day. It's a shame I can't show it to everyone. But today, it's a spectacle just for me. I sit down on the cold snow and look, just taking it in. It fills me with hope. Maybe I don't have to get to the top to experience something extraordinary. Ah, that is beautiful. The music is so perfect. I toss and turn, stubbornly refusing to open my eyes. But no matter how hard I try, the sleep doesn't come back. Finally, I give up. Groaning, I stretch out before looking around. I'm in Mikko's room. I remember that much, but the room itself, not really. I didn't pay much attention to it. There's not much here, actually, not even a painting on any of the walls. Looks like Mikko tidied up all his gear after I fell asleep, because it's no longer cluttering the floor. Mikko is still in his bed, laying on his side, his back turned to me. He looks so peaceful. It's still so dark here. I don't really want to get up yet, but I can't fall back asleep either. I grab my phone to check the time. It's 6:45 already. It's not very early, but I guess I'm too excited for today to sleep for any longer. For some reason, the image of a lake we used to play at pops into my head. I always loved this place. In a way, being here now feels like revisiting it metaphorically. Looking through my notifications, I see that I got a message from Lake yesterday, asking me if I found a room to stay in. I'll see him at breakfast. I don't need to reply now. Mikko's phone is lying on his bedside table. Weird that he didn't have an alarm set or anything. It's already wake-up time. There's something dangling from it that I never noticed before. I can't see it very well, so I move a bit closer. It's a charm, like the one street vendors sell during festivities. Still during festives, with the Helsinga written on it in a decorative cursive. Interesting. Does Mikko have some good memories with the place? We went there once on a school trip, but I can't remember him buying it then. I can't stay in bed the whole day. With another disgruntled groan, I get out of bed, quietly as I can so as to not wake up the wolf. I'll let him rest for a bit more. Maybe he needs that. Huh. Why is the floor slightly damp? I cringe as I tiptoe across it, and I slip out to my own room to prepare for the day. The morning maintenance goes quickly. I brush my teeth, groom the fur on my head and paws, and apply deodorant. I put on some nicer but comfortable clothes I prepare for the trip to town, and I'm good to go. I hope Mikko will like these too. Oh, sorry, I should have knocked. I didn't know you were up. No, it's fine. I would have locked the door if I wanted to keep you out. That's good. I just thought, I remember you always have been somewhat uncomfortable being even partially nude. I think the only times I saw you without a t-shirt were in the locker room before PE classes. Definitely atypical for a Finn, but then Mikko isn't a typical wolf either. Or typical at all, for that matter. Now he seems flustered, but not uncomfortable, which is some progress. Good to see you got over that. Yeah, a lot has changed since then. Maybe, but he's just as slim and petite as he was back then 3 years ago. I didn't expect that. I'm not sure what I expected, though. Maybe I thought he'd put on some more muscles? I know I didn't expect him to look I know I didn't expect him to look pretty much the same. I changed a lot, lost weight, grew a bit taller. You all ready for today? Can't wait for the trip already. Me neither, but there's still some breakfast ahead of us first. It should be starting soon. Let me finish dressing and we can go. Wow, he's a magician. His clothes just appeared on him. Mikko puts his clothes on, humming a melody I'm sure I've heard before, but I can't recall what it might be. Meanwhile, I fidget with the strap on my camera bag, thinking, I have so much I want to talk about with Mikko, so much time to make up for, like, do you remember how we walked along the old train tracks, talking about searching for anything that's sure and immutable in this ever-changing world? Did you find anything like that? No, not a very good conversation starter. How about, you slept well? Quite, yes. How about you? Can't complain. Woke up without an alarm. That's good. We have quite a day ahead of us. Better to be well rested. Yeah, too bad we'll be at different lectures most of the time. We'll make up for that at the town. I took a look at the map to see what's there, and I have some ideas what we could do. For example? No, I don't want to spoil anything. Ready? We should be going now. Ah, sure. Let's go. We arrive a bit early, and the cafeteria is still mostly empty. The few students who are already here sit at their tables in silence, sleepily staring into space or at the cups of coffee in front of them. Surprisingly, no one from the faculty is here yet. Rune stands in the middle of the room, looking rather lost. Morning, Rune. Why are you standing in the middle of the cafeteria? Oh, hello. Good morning to you two. I expected Devin to be here already, but he isn't. Maybe he got caught up in some faculty stuff. For sure he's up already. He's an early bird.
How about we sit for now and save him a spot?
Good idea. We could sit like yesterday at dinner, joining 2 tables. Rune and I each grab one table and join it with the other, carefully as the tables are already set. Then I sit down next to Mikko, and Rune takes the spot opposite to me.
By the way, why doesn't he sit with the rest of the faculty?
Oh, he could, but the age difference between him and the professors is greater than between him and me. They don't have many topics in common, so they'd just be exchanging pleasantries the whole time.
How old is he? I thought he'd be around 35 or something. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there, guys.
Something interesting is going on with Carvine. That was an odd little sequence, and he doesn't seem to remember it at all. It's almost like he was a different person entirely. That is very strange. Guys, if you have any theories about what's going on with him or this place in general, please theorize in the comments. I welcome it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!